Good morning, everyone. I'm Carol Gossett. I'm really happy to be with you today, and just want to talk to you a little bit about choosing to rely on God and choosing to remember His steadfast and faithful nature. I just wonder, have any of you, besides me, ever had just a complete meltdown, full blown? For me, it's usually, ugly crying, crazy thoughts, and emotions totally out of control. During those times, I realized that I was choosing to not rely on God, not rely on His steadfast and faithful nature. Why would I not do that? Steadfast, it means unwavering, totally not changing. Faithful, in short, it's loyal and consistent and like a rock. We have a God that has those attributes. And there's an example in the Bible, a passage in Lamentations that has become extremely important to me and extremely special. And just the word lament is a passion and expression of grief or sorrow. So in Lamentations, Jeremiah the prophet is lamenting or passionately expressing sorrow about the city of Jerusalem and the children of Israel. The city had been completely destroyed. The temple had been completely destroyed. Most of the people there had been taken into captivity. The ones that were left, didn't have places to live. They didn't have food to eat. Lamentations is a relatively short book, and you can read it to see the terrible, terrible things that were happening, that Jeremiah was witnessing and seeing taking place right there. And he was so overwhelmed and so overcome. But right in the middle of his lamenting, he comes up with a memory. And I want to read this to you. It's Lamentations chapter 3, verses 22 and 23. And I'm going to read it so I don't forget it. Through the Lord's mercies, we are not consumed, because His compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Let me read that in a different version. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. Never. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. You know what? Jeremiah was so overcome by what was going on, what he was seeing. Does this sound sort of like today, ladies? And he was so overcome, but right in the middle of it, he goes, oh yeah, the verse right before that says, but this I call to mind, this I remember, I have hope. And then he goes on to talk about the Lord's mercies. Ladies, we have hope, and we need to choose to rely on God's promise and remember that we have that hope. We don't feel like it sometimes. Sometimes we don't feel secure. Sometimes we don't feel like giving it to God. But we have to choose. We can just choose to rely on that steadfast and faithful, loving nature of our Heavenly Father. Ladies, let's just try to remind each other of the hope that we have in God, and individually try to choose to strive to make the choice that we rely on God, and we do have hope. Thank you.